All right, so this is the current existing setup that we've got for this thing. I have gone through probably 3 times the pile that you see here testing things. Now, all of this stuff, this is actually a good part. There's actually nothing wrong with this. I made the very slightest modification to this, which is in this truck that's right here. So this was basically a finalized part with just like I think it was like 0.025 millimeter of a change, which is nearly nothing. But what it did was, this was what I wanted. So I wanted to get rid of some of the body rattle, and in order to do that, this is what I decided to go with. So that's the way it works. Pins all slide in exactly how they're supposed to. There's that pin. Same thing with this pin right here. I like the green. I think I'm gonna leave the green. I think I'm gonna leave the green as like a limited production, or if you get the green one, it's gonna be like special edition. That's what it is, guy, because everybody knows that I like that. I mean, I like orange too, but I like green. Green kind of sets things off. That's how I kind of like started my whole 3D printing like saga, I guess you want to call it. I got my water boiling, so I gotta add the pasta. You never ever break pasta in half. If you break pasta in half, you're a fake Italian. You put it in whole, and you let it melt. That's the way you're supposed to do pasta. See, like this. Put it in whole. You throw it all over the place. It goes everywhere. And yeah, that's what you see how it melts down in there. That's how you do pasta. And then the way to check the pasta is when you think it's done, right? I need my fork. When you think it's done, stir this up a little bit. There is a little bit of salt in the water too, because that makes it so the pasta doesn't stick to itself. But that's what this back wall is for, this tile back wall. What you do is you take one strand out and chuck it at the wall. If it sticks, it's cooked. So this is what we're looking at as far as the body lift. Now, keep in mind, somebody had said something like, you know, you're raising the center of gravity. Not really. So if you take a look at the real El Bandito truck, when the truck is sitting there static, meaning not being used, it's sitting in its static form to where nothing's being used as far as the suspension. It's probably loaded with fuel and whatever else, but the truck has got a suspension sag to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got a suspension sag. And the way this thing is set up from factory, there's no suspension sag. So what I'll be able to do is relax the front and rear springs. I already know the shock oil is a good thickness for this truck, and kind of, I guess, the weather that I'm kind of coming up on. But like I was saying, so this is one of the premium pieces right here.
Premium pieces.
This is the strap riser or strap lock. I haven't figured out what I want to call these things yet, but this thing is mint. I've got 2 versions of these. These are the post risers for basically for the back. So that's those pieces right there. Basically what this is a body lift kit. So if you think of like how a body lift is done on a vehicle, you're effectively removing all of the bolts, all the body bolts that attach it to the frame, and you're putting a spacer and you're rising up the body to be able to accommodate stock suspension but bigger tires and wheels. That's basically how I treated this RC, was that I noticed that while this might be scale and all that other stuff, it's not, because when you look at the real truck has got a suspension sag to it, meaning the suspension is already flattened out, slightly arced in the other direction when the vehicle is sitting static. And I just mean the front end. So the rear end, same thing, it sits level, but I don't know if you can see this. This has a very, very slight rake to it, okay? The back is very slightly higher than the front. That's on purpose. Dude, I do everything on purpose. When I do something, when I create and I make something, I'm making it for me. And if I want it for me, you want it for you, right? Capiche? All right, I gotta stir my spaghetti here. Look at that lava. It's like a volcano here. I love the way this convection oven works. Look at, see how it does it? It like constantly is rotating. The spaghetti is constantly rotating. So the truck has got a slight rake to it. It's like millimeters of rake. It may be like it's 5 millimeters of rake or something like that. But again, there's a reason why. The back end of this truck has got a lot more suspension travel than the front. It's kind of what it needs. Right now, when you look at the front, okay, what do you see that's going on? Oh, we got chassis slap, okay? That wasn't happening before. What was happening was the tire was way prematurely contacting the body. I'd get to about here, and it was already contacting the body. So, same thing with the back. Okay, this is a little bit different. It's not an independent rear suspension. Because you got a solid axle, obviously the pumping's not going to be squatting and slamming the ground. It's going to be the center part of the chassis. See what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at that clearance, dude. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that clearance. Look at the clearance in the front. There's a reason for that. Now, I can't even tell if you saw what the clearance was for, but what the clearance is for body roll. So obviously when you go into a roll or you go into a corner, you've got one wheel that's going to kind of kick up and could potentially get into the body. Here's the other thing that this body lift did. So if you look at the front here, the original tire, when you were full, I got to turn it the other way. So originally, right, the tire was contacting the front bumper and light setup. Now, when you're at a turn, because of the body lift, it makes it so it's not going to touch it. So that's what I was saying. It's like FMS made like this wicked cool truck, but there was just stupid slathered all over it. And it was just like, this thing could be great. So RC Guy Garage made the FMS Bronco great again. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and hey, you know, you do you. Yeah, I'm just hungry. I want to eat some pasta. I think this is like day 3. I think this is day 3. What is it, Saturday? Sunday? No, I had chicken Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday. That's 3 days of Guy eating nothing but pasta. My wife, before she left, she cooked up some sauce, and I'm basically just going to eat pasta until the sauce is gone. She made a nice big pot of it, and that's all I need to eat that. I just need to eat that and maybe some cereal. She also cooked chicken and stuff. It's not that I can't cook, but she's that type of person that cares, that made sure that I had some stuff like to eat. So I'm gonna take one of these noodles and slap it on the wall. Let's show you what I'm talking about. So what you do is you grab one. Obviously got the whole camera thing here, so this is kind of different. I don't usually do it like this. So we'll take the one noodle, right? Slam it on the wall. Look at that. See? Right there? That means that it's ready. Slap it on the wall and it's ready to go. So anyway, it's RC Guy Garage. I'm cooking dinner, eating spaghetti, making the FMS truck what I wanted with the body lift. And that body lift incorporates a riser block for the limiting strap. So there's a method to my madness about all of this. And here's something that you don't know. So I created 2 of these. So 2 of these, there's 2 different styles. There's this one, and then there's this one. No, these ones are the same. Yeah, I haven't printed it yet. So what I did is, remember the complaint that I had about sausage fingers and trying to put the body clip in there? Well, now you'll be able to access the body clips from the back side. So you'll be able to go like that. It's all in the minor, small sausage finger details that sometimes you got to get things squared away. I am very happy about this truck, dude. I'm very happy about the parts that I made. And I'm continually making parts right now. It's 100% go. I am 100% ready for these things to be put out into the internets. So I'm not going to be out ripping. I'm going to be eating some spaghetti. What are you doing today?